Hey, welcome back to Ray's Toys and Collectibles. I am Ray, and today we're looking at Transformers Studio Series Scavenger. Now, this is the 5th member of the Constructicons, and yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. So, let's get into this figure and see if it's any good. So a quick look at the box. You can see nice picture of the figure here. Robot mode, construction vehicle mode. Of course, the logo, Transformers Studio Series. Generic packaging across the lines, whether it's Studio Series or Age of the Primes. I'm fine with that. I don't really keep the boxes of the Transformers unless they're exclusive. And then here 4 out of 5, because of course hook and long haul were packed together. Side, Devastator. Other side, very inappropriate Autobot symbol. Top, nothing special. The back, showing the figure in both of his modes, but no arm mode, which is still a little odd. And then on the top there's the bio here. But yeah, it's not much of a bio to begin with. It's just one sentence. So yeah, not much effort went into this, but yeah, if you like boxes, you can of course keep them. I will not. I will just throw this away after the review. And here we have Scavenger out of the box. Easy assembly. You just put the arm here into the back, and yeah, you're done. And I think he looks good. Nice colors, nice scalloped. I really like these Constructicons. They are very well built. They feel good. Compared to the Combiner Wars versions, yeah, these feel a lot better. And also Unite Wars version, because that's the same mold as the Combiner Wars, of course. But yeah, the Combiner Wars version I was never a fan of, because the green really didn't look that great. It just looked more like a yellow green than a true nice neon green that this one is. So yeah, I'm very happy that they turned out the way they did. So a detailed look at the figure up close and personal. I think he looks really good. The head is nicely detailed, nicely painted, as well as the chest. And I think the colors really make this figure pop. It looks really good. It's pretty much straight from the cartoon, and the proportions are good too. The Combiner Wars Unite Wars mold is more blocky than this one, and you'll see that a little later in the review. What's weird about this figure is that the hands are also painted. It's cast in purple plastic and painted green, so yeah, be mindful of that so you don't scratch up the paint. It's very strange why they did this. Either they had no choice but to cast it in purple plastic and paint it over, or it is a last minute change that they just decided, you know what, those fists need to be green, and they just decided to paint it over. Either way, I'm fine with it. If they were purple, I would also be fine with it, because it looks really good. So yeah, nice figure, nice detail on the side as well. The back of course has the arm in the bucket. Very nice figure. Looking at the articulation of the figure, head side to side, little up, little down. Arms straight out. Go all the way around, of course, up and down. Very nice. Because of the way it's constructed, you can kind of get some sort of butterfly joint here. Not really, but well. Turn here, up, down. Yeah, really no useful hand articulation. You can move it in for transformation. There's no turn here, so yeah, not really that great. No waist, just like all the other Constructicons, no waist articulation. So legs going in and out, forward and back, nice range. All the way back. He can kick himself in the back of the head if he wants to. And then there's also rotation here, and the knee can go pretty far as well, and it will lock in very tightly for this other modes, so that's nice too. Feet, they have this also really tight, and this copy of mine out and back in, go pretty far. And then you can of course manipulate the toes. And what I'm missing with a lot of Transformers nowadays is that there's no way to tilt the foot up. It would be nice if you could pull it out and then have some upward movement there, but yeah, most figures don't have that, which is a shame. But yeah, this is a well articulated figure. You can get him in some nice poses. So overall I'm really happy with the articulation of this figure. So here we have the Studio Series version to the Combiner Wars / Unite Warriors mold on the left. This is of course my Unite Warriors Scavenger because it has the nicer green and the gun. And on the right the G1 version, which has seen better days. And I think the Studio Series version is way better than the one on the left. Proportions are nicer. The plastic feels better, it's more dense and more robust. So yeah, I think it's a really good upgrade. The proportions on the Unite Warriors Combiner Wars mold was always a little weird. It has those lanky legs, and that's because of the transformation. The Studio Series version did it way better. Like I showed you before, the knees lock in. And on the one on the left, to get the knees to function and to complete the transformation, the legs are on the track and you have to pull them out, and yeah, you end up with these lanky weird legs, and yeah, never really a fan of that. And yeah, if you don't pull them out, yeah, it just looks a little weird. So yeah, you can also see the guns here. The Unite Warriors gun and the Studio Series gun are very similar. The G1 version doesn't look at all like the cartoon did, but oh well, that was the 80s. So yeah, definitely the Studio Series version is way better than the previous mold, so I'm happy thus far. And yes, yet again, blues compatible, so blast effects can be put on his gun, so that is really nice. Good job, Hasbro. So for the transformation, take the chest, open it up, put the head in, hands go in like so. Make sure the knees are locked, feet, close them up. Then this needs to be unlocked. You have to be careful with it because it feels a little flimsy. I'm not sure why this is a separate piece. It feels like a softer plastic. They could have just sculpted this cap portion on the back of the shoulder and be done with it, but oh well. Like so. You have to put the arms up like this and then unlock them. It's a very tight connection there. Move these like so, and then this will go down, and there will be a tab here that will go into a slot in the back here, and the other one almost goes in easy, but this one never does for some reason. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Yeah, there we go. Stubborn transformer. Same on this side. unlock it and bolt all the way down, maneuver this out of the way, get this up, get this down, you can click this in, and then the same thing of course with this bit, plug it into the back, and this one cooperates. So yeah, would have been nice if the other one did. And then there's this hinge piece, you have to click it in and it works now. When I got this out of the box the first time I tried this, I couldn't get it in at all. What I did is I took out a hairdryer, heated up this this soft bit of plastic, heated up the cavity here, and yeah, I clicked it into place. So yeah, if you keep it out of this mode for a long time, this soft plastic will probably warp again and you'll have difficulty getting it to click in. But yeah, if you have this problem, you don't have to sand it down, you have to get a file or something like that, or a piece of paper to sand it down. Just put a hairdryer onto it and that'll make the plastic a little softer and easier for these pieces to go together. Get this down, and you'll be able to pack them in to the bottom here. So here we have a scavenger in his a construction vehicle digger or something mode. I don't know the official name, but it looks really good. You can store the gun here, which is nice. Looks very detailed, goes together nicely. It looks good too. Articulation, you can move this down, you can move it up. Then you can also twist it here, up, down, and the bucket will also move. So that's very nice. What's not so nice, just like Bone Crusher, there are no wheels at the bottom. So yeah, I'm not gonna play with my vehicles. I might just roll them around a bit, but yeah, you won't be able to do it on this one because yeah, no wheels. That's kind of sucky. I mean, it's a toy. We need to be able to play with it. Kids need to be able to play with it. So some wheels on the bottom, it would have been nice. I get it. Hasbro wants to make this aesthetically pleasing, but a few small wheels wouldn't have hurt the figure, I believe. So yeah, weird choice. Very weird choice. But other than that, yeah, it looks really good. So a quick comparison with the G1 version on the right and the Unite Warriors on the left, and yeah, I think the Studio series looks the best out of these three. Nicely detailed, nicely painted. Yeah, the crane has a little bit more function on this one than on this one. So yeah, the transformation of the arms are very similar on these two. What I do like about this version, this one does have the wheel, so you can push it around. So yeah, that's the only real downside of this mode for the Studio Series version. So for the transformation to limp mode, take these pieces out, take this bit, move it up, move the foot up, take this entire piece here and start moving it up, and you can see the crane will go back, and you can leave it like this. You can put it down, whatever your liking is. This bit will go down, go here, this will come back in, and this foot and this panel will kind of click together, and this one it's a little loose, unfortunately. And then what you do is this silver bit will go to the back, turn it around, and there will be a hole here. Take this bit, This is included with the hook and a long haul set. Take the hand out, you can open up the hand. If you haven't done yet, move the peg in, and then you just peg this together. Like so. And there's an arm for Devastator. So here we have the Studio Series Scavenger compared to the Yuan version on the right, and the Combiner Wars / Unite Warriors mold on the left. And I always had the problem with that mold, that when you put Devastator together, and also when you were messing with the arms, that threads would come loose on this figure. It just packs together at the hip region when you go to this mode. And luckily on the Studio Series version they've made an additional point where it locks together, so that's way nicer. So I think the Studio Series is a really good upgrade. So what do I think of Scavenger? I think he's a great update compared to the Combiner Wars mold. The materials are nice, the articulation is great, sculpting is great, paint is great, but yeah, the absence of wheels in the vehicle mode, yeah, that's a bit of a shame. They did the same with Bone Crusher. Now Bone Crusher also had an issue where it didn't really fit together nicely in the vehicle mode or in the arm mode because of a problem in the factory. For some reason they managed to just not assemble it correctly in the factory, so yeah, that's a little silly. I mean, if you've made Transformers for such a long time, you should know how these things go together, but oh well, that is fixable. Now the small issue I had here with the cap was way easier to fix, so I'm not gonna hold it against it. I'm gonna go ahead and give this figure 9 out of 10. I think it's a near perfect version of Scavenger, and I highly recommend it, and I cannot wait to be finished with the individual reviews of these figures so I can put Devastator together, because I think he will be really good, and maybe even better than the Unite Warriors version that I have currently. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. I thank you for watching my video. Please stay tuned for more. Feel free to comment and subscribe, and please hit that thumbs up button, you will help me a lot. This is Ray from Ray's Toys and Collectibles. Until next time, bye bye.